are now entering Now Chat.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 6. Alongside me here, we have Tyler, James, Dylan, Jackson, Eric, and Caleb. Um, this week James has an icebreaker for us, so I'll give it right back to you, James.
Okay. Alright, so this is an interesting icebreaker, I think. Imagine you no longer have to work. How would you spend a Tuesday?
Oh,
Factory.
Seizing the means of production.
oh, dude, specifically a Tuesday, or could it be a Wednesday?
Tuesday. No, Tuesday.
How much money do I have? Like, am I free to travel and stuff, or no?
You no longer have to work. I think that more. Let's say you would be in the same place that you would be in if you had work. So you'd have a little extra money to travel if you wanted to, but you couldn't go overboard. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, James, this is real interesting, but why do you say you're now entering Now Chat? Like, the now is redundant. Can't you just say you're entering Now Chat in the intro?
No, that's the reason why I say you're now entering Now Chat. That's the whole
Yeah, I think it sounds stupid because it's redundant.
I think you sound stupid. Eric.
James is kind of dumb, guys.
Hold on, getting back to James.
Literally been the intro this whole time.
If you had an issue with it 5 episodes ago, you should have said something. But here we are, episode 6.
Here the first episode.
All right, fine. 4 episodes ago.
I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Well,
he decided now.
Well, I liked it, and I pitched it to everyone else, and no one had an issue with it, so you could go suck an egg.
I like eggs.
Welcome to the Now Chat! Yay! We're already started it off with a happy attitude.
Cameron, how would you spend your Tuesdays?
I would probably spend my Tuesdays editing this podcast.
Yeah, so you take the rest of the 2 days.
That's what I did today. Today's Tuesday, and I spent it editing last week's podcast.
Nice.
Yay!
I'd probably spend my Tuesdays taking advantage of T-Mobile Tuesdays. This episode is sponsored by.
Dude, I wish it was.
He's not sponsored. He's not sponsored. That is not why I brought up this question.
Free shirt, free umbrella, free $1 Dunkin' card for the rest of October. You name it, it's yours.
All you have to do is give us each $100.
We'll give you access to T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Gain free access to T-Mobile Tuesdays when you give each podcast member $3,000.
I feel like that's like a tier 17 sub on Twitch right there.
Cameron, is that your subscription to Pokemon?
No, that's my subscription to Play Usagi.
Oh yeah.
Plug in the Twitch. I'd probably go to Taco Tuesday.
Where?
Ram Ranch.
Well.
I'm just gonna leave that there. We don't have to
Dylan, what about you?
We can just leave it.
Dylan, what's your Tuesdays if you don't have to work?
I don't have to work on Tuesdays, and that means all of us don't have to work on Tuesdays. I would spend it with all of you.
Aww.
Wow, that's freaking sentimental.
Except for
bitch.
Caleb.
Get the frick out of here.
Yeah,
Caleb,
Caleb no.
It's not just that you don't have to work on Tuesdays. You just don't have to work at all, in general.
Oh, I don't have to work at all. Well, I would either try to hang out with you guys, or if one of you is not busy, hang out with you. Or I would just do what I do on a Tuesday anyway, and just lay in bed till 3 in the afternoon, rotting my life away, and sit in pain all day, because that's what I did today on a Tuesday.
Oh.
Because I don't have a job on a Tuesday.
I think our next topic discussion should be on depression.
Yeah, we need to do a study.
Please.
I'm just in so much pain right now today, dude.
I actually just wrote a paper last night about suicide rates in Japan.
Oh yeah, I was there when you did that.
Yeah.
It was probably a terrible paper.
No, it was what the.
No, I'm saying like the topic. That's so sad. Like that's so.
Yeah, no.
Paper is terrible. Eric, how would you spend your Tuesdays?
Realistically,
I love Caleb's funky laugh.
It depends on like I guess, like in this ideal world of not having to like work to survive. I'd probably like, if I'm disciplined, I'd probably try to like study something or learn something. But realistically, I'd probably just watch like YouTube Shorts all day.
Nice.
Or play League or get a job. I think I'd probably actually just want to get a job.
Fair.
I think realistically, I would actually fund my own, like short film or web series and like shoot it.
You
I
should
would
do that then.
actually join you with that one.
Yeah, I would do that too.
You guys should do it then.
So we're just all quitting our. Well, I don't. I'm unemployed. Never mind.
Yeah. I don't work on Tuesdays, so I'm good.
I work
When
4
you
to
graduate,
6 on
Caleb,
Tuesdays.
when you graduate, come back to. Oh, I can't say. I'll have to bleep out the city.
Here, come back to our.
Just bleep every time.
Oh my god!
Gosh.
Oh
Take it
my
out.
god!
Take it out.
The editing you make me do.
Eric, we just told Kenny.
Lies.
We just told Kenny that he had to be careful what he has to say. And Eric comes up.
Jackson, we are
Bro.
so getting banned. We are so
Jackson,
getting.
I just
banned.
got
Jackson,
doxxed.
this is the end of the night.
No, he got.
Bro,
shit,
what
actually.
the
So
hell?
Jackson, what would you do with a Tuesday if you
Bro, I
didn't
don't-
have to have a job or school?
Awesome, love it, Jackson.
No, I don't know.
I just
I'd probably
threw him into an
stream.
existential crisis. He's running around his house locking his doors right now.
Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids.
Would you do anything, or would you just stream all day, Jackson?
I'm gonna guess, yeah.
Jackson's like, yeah, I guess I'd stream. I love you, Jackson.
But like, what's considered work?
That's a good
Well, I
point.
can't hear myself. And
You don't. The point is, you don't have to work to make money. Like you can
You
work.
can-
but, like,
yeah.
you're good.
Hmm.
Personally, I would join
See, my
Tyler
thing is,
and Karen and do the like travel and make videos and stuff.
what? No.
I think along with like, I would learn. I would want to learn a lot, and so I just like spend my time learning and making short films with people and traveling as much as I could.
I like that.
Did he mention traveling?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. You don't talk about it enough.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my god. I don't know if that was meant to be a roast or not.
Oh, it was.
It was 100%.
Okay,
It was
cool,
super
cool.
sassy.
Cool.
Alright, so Cameron saw a meme.
Yeah, okay. So I saw a meme the other day, and it was you know the whole James Franco looks behind him and winks?
Yeah.
Yeah, the meme from Spider-Man 3. Yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
James
yeah.
Franco?
Bruh.
The freaking
Wait,
actor.
I was
What do you-
stupid.
Caleb, the one you
I
met.
thought I was stupid.
No,
I know.
he's
I
not
just
my
wanted
guy.
to brag about the fact that I met him in a bathroom one time.
Oh, I hate you.
This actually did happen, and
Wow,
the
Yeah.
you know what the crappy part is?
Don't give
You,
him the credit.
no, you know what the crappy part is? I
Kevin
was supposed
there,
to go to the bathroom, and then I was like, nah, I don't have to go that bad.
and I saw him in the bathroom, and I was like, "Holy!"
Wait, was that the same
Uh.
time? Was that the same day that I saw him at the table?
Yeah,
Got to shake his hand.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
and I
Because-
stayed in the
because-
bus the entire time.
Yeah.
Bro, that was my 16th birthday. I met
Dude.
Franco and shook his hand.
Is that the most famous person you've met?
Except for you, Eric.
Except for who?
I met Johnny Depp.
Wait,
Exactly,
hold on.
Cameron. Yo, Johnny Depp. That's
You met Johnny Depp? Where?
Yeah, I met Johnny. Yeah. So long story short, I was done with the baseball game, and this one I was like really young, and we found out that Public Enemy was being filmed right around where I used to live, and my grandpa was really big on helping out with movie sets and stuff. So we went and we saw the old time cars driving around the town, and like we saw people just walking and stuff in old time clothing and everything. And all of a sudden, my mom goes, "Hey, do you know?" And she mentioned my grandpa's name to this one guy. He's like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, I love that guy. He's so funny. He's hilarious." And he's like, "How do you know him?" And my mom goes, "Well, I'm his daughter, and this is his family. This is my grandson, my granddaughter, and his granddaughter, which my sister was very young at the time." And he goes, "Hold on one second." So he leaves, comes back, leads us down this velvet rope, makes us go underneath it, We go behind with all the trailers and stuff. We waited there for literally 2 hours, and then out just comes Johnny Depp. He signed my baseball hat, so I couldn't wear that for the rest of the season.
Dylan sounds disappointed that his hat got signed. He was like, "Man, I couldn't wear that hat the rest of the season."
But here's the thing, like, I didn't know who he was because I just knew him from movies, of his characters. So my mom was like, "Yeah, he knows you as Captain Jack," and he talked like Captain Jack to me. And I remember what he said too. He says, "I still have a little bit of pirate in me." That's what he said, and he said it like Captain Jack, which was pretty cool. So,
That's
but
pretty
there's a photo I have. Yeah, there's a photo I have of him and everything.
Dude, Caleb's dying, and I'm not sure why.
Right now, I'm in some
Hat.
Anyways, so this meme with James Franco in it.
Wait, Caleb, what?
What?
Wait, wrap back
I'm just-
around.
No, I'm confused as to why Caleb was laughing so damn hard.
I don't want to know.
I-
It can't be appropriate for
I
the
can't.
podcast.
You're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
This meme with this guy that James just shook his hand.
Caleb was because me.
Yeah.
Thanks for
I saw your
interrupting me,
face.
Eric. You know what,
What?
Eric? I'm just kidding. This meme had a gamer desk and a guy in a gamer chair, and the text read, "I heard they're gonna shut the country down because of COVID again." And then he looks back, and then it cuts to the whole James Franco meme, and under it says, "Gamers built different." And I thought it was funny. First off, because I just know how much Eric loves the academic term "built different."
Well, it's what I am,
Oh, so Eric, you're built different.
bro. For real though. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow, that's incredible.
Nice,
That's
Eric.
incredibly like
Right,
how you're
Eric.
No, but this meme reminded me of how many freaking video games we played at the start of COVID, and I just want to credit Jamie for his Minecraft build that was kind of.
bro, I'm
insane.
straight up built different, dude.
Past that, Eric. It's too late now.
I feel like Eric
Too late,
just
Eric.
lags behind one sentence all the time.
Like we
Eric's-
move on to a different topic, and Eric's just like,
But I'm built different,
dun.
though.
Eric's the
He's
Internet
like- he's-
Explorer of our podcast.
For real though, I'm like
Yeah.
elite, dude. Like,
But-
instead of saying built different, bro, they say built Eric, dude.
Yeah, so like I'd probably spend my Tuesdays learning
A
a
little
language.
chunky, kind of cute though.
James, that was the greatest, James. That was awesome.
Oh, what did James say? I was
Oh
thinking
my
about what
God.
I said. What did
It's
James
okay,
say?
Eric. You'll understand in about 5 minutes when your break catches up.
Oh
Thank you, Logan.
no,
Anyways,
but anyways,
yes.
I was just like reminiscing, I guess, about the amount of video games we played during the start of COVID, and I remember these the days where we would just wake up and play video games and then go to sleep later. Wake up again, play video games, and go to sleep a bit
that's
later.
a very descriptive schedule right there.
That's exactly what we did a few times. It was a good time.
Yeah, I realized that the game I played the most during COVID was I probably played more Rocket League than any other game. It's probably that and Valorant were like the two games that I played the most.
Dude, we got to
Oh,
plat
Valheim,
in
too.
Valorant, or in not in Valorant. Jeez, in
Not
Rocket
Valorant,
League.
bro. We're not that good.
Yeah,
Valheim
we
was
did, yeah.
fun. We
Yeah, we
we
played
bought
that.
Fall Guys and
Over
barely ever
quarantine?
played it. Yeah, Valheim
we
was
played
quarantine.
Valheim.
Oh, dang,
I
we
know,
played a
but
lot of video
We played
games over
Minecraft with
quarantine.
Tyler a few times.
Yeah, on his
That's
realm, I
right.
remember that.
I played. Well, was that when? When was it on my? Because that was more recent, wasn't it? Wasn't that this year?
No, it was roughly last year.
We've done it 2 or 3 times now.
I didn't partake in said Minecraft game.
Neither did I.
Yeah,
No,
I
that was
wonder why.
earlier this year. That was earlier this year. Although I did play a lot of Minecraft on Realms when COVID hit with my coworkers from my retail job. It was a lot of fun.
I loved those days where we would just play games, but you know.
Don't we do that now still?
You kind of still do that. But speaking of memes and stuff, I have in my brain I have a funny story that I haven't told anybody here yet. And
Hey, Cameron.
yeah,
Nobody cares.
it's actually
Wow.
pretty funny. but you know
I
I was
what?
don't-
gonna say like
Oh,
you said you have this story in your brain, and I was curious as to where else it would be other than your brain.
Did you make
Maybe
it up, or
written
did it
on a
happen
piece
to
of
you?
paper.
Hey guys,
It
guys,
happened to
guys,
me,
guys,
man.
guys. Did you
True
guys
though.
know that pee is stored in the balls?
I did know that.
I will put it in the stream chat.
Your pea, string pea? String cheese. This is how rappers work.
What is
bro.
happening right now?
no, dude.
Alright.
Usually I'm the one that
Functioning.
says stupid
Cameron,
stuff
how does,
today,
how,
but
how does,
Cameron,
how
what's your
does this work
story?
No, the other day I was driving in my Jeep, and you guys know like the peace sign that you do when you pass a Jeep, like when a Jeep passes a Jeep?
Mhm.
Well, I was
Yeah.
listening to a podcast where a guy was like, yeah, and my son learned how to flip somebody off, and now he's running around with his middle fingers up. And instead of doing the peace sign to the girl in the Jeep coming next to me, I flipped her off. And then I looked at my finger, and I was like, oh shit.
So I was picking up my sister from school, and we're driving back on the expressway, and I kid you not, there was this chick that was driving behind me, and then she get in the other lane to pass me, but when she passes me, she made this weird face that my sister and I both were like, "What the hell? What's wrong with her face?" And it was like a weird, disgusted face, but I don't even know what I was doing wrong. I was just going 70, like how you should. And then we get onto the off road, and we're driving, and she pulls up next to me, and she just leans over into the passenger seat and stares up into the sky, out the passenger window. Not even my sister and I both looked at each other like, what the hell is this girl doing? And then the light turned green, and then she slowly like went back into her seat, and then just stared back up again. I'm like, what the hell is this woman doing? It was so weird. My sister and I were both kind of concerned because we were like, what is this person doing? But
I
yeah,
know what she
it
was
was.
doing.
What was she doing?
I can't. It's not appropriate for the podcast.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Why
Oh,
did you say
okay.
you know what she's doing?
I was just saying a fact.
You're a moron.
Hey guys, I know what she's doing. I'm trying to think back because that kind of reminds me of something similar that happened years ago. I don't know. Jackson might have been there. We were on a bus to go up to a camp up north, and we were looking out the window, and a guy passes by in this car, and in the passenger seat is a skeleton, like just a full skeleton.
Like a real skeleton,
Oh,
bro?
yeah.
Like a real live human
We
bones?
didn't know, but
Well,
what was
not
weird
live.
is that
Yes,
it was
real
like
live skeleton, a living,
Bruh,
breathing
Bruh,
skeleton. and
spooky,
then-
scary skeleton time, dude.
But the
Right.
weirdest part was that it was
Actually,
buckled in.
Oh, that's cute.
This guy like had his skeleton buckled in and he was driving.
It's
That's
actually-
cute.
I know crickets with higher IQ point than Eric.
And
That
I know
was really
people
hard
that
for you
know
to say.
how
wasn't
do
it? That articulation of the sentence was so difficult for you.
I'm really proud of you, Tyler, for getting that out. It was like you did it. You got it. I'm proud.
Ruthless.
I was fighting back a sneeze at the same time.
That's up
For
to
you.
But Rex has a suggested topic.
Yeah, so we got our first. Oh my god.
God,
Oh
my
my
God.
god.
what is
Oh, man.
happening right now, dude?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did get our
Transition
first.
I think we've ever had. That was horrible.
That was
Thanks.
terrible.
Just like that one paper. I'm sorry. Keep going.
You slow down, bro.
I got that reference, James. Oh my god.
Alright.
Yes,
You
we
did
all
good. I'm
got
so
the
proud of
Dylan,
you.
Dylan, I am so proud that your intellectual brain could comprehend the
Yes!
joke that James made.
I am happy myself too. Oh my god, dude. I'm gonna have tears in my eyes right now. Oh my god.
I'm dying. Oh.
Oh.
I'm disappointed in humanity.
Alright, well, we got our first suggested topic by a fan. Her suggestion is to talk about, like, what our comforts and, like, the things we did to comfort ourselves as children were. Because she says she feels like it doesn't get brought up in conversations enough. and it's just kind of interesting to see like how each of us as children found comfort in different things.
I cried myself to sleep.
I killed my enemies.
Legitimately, I did.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I'm totally just playing around, guys. It's totally okay. It's okay, man. I'm like,
I actually
It's
remember
alright.
you talking about this before, Eric. You used to cry a ton as a kid.
yeah, I did cry a ton as a kid. Actually, I was like a super
Really?
apologetic kid. Yeah, I'd say I'm sorry all the time.
Dude, I
just had a-
remember
I
this.
just had a lot of like,
Still do that.
I had a lot of like guilt issues and like.
You still do, Eric.
You,
What?
Shut the frick up. And I am
Dylan.
not sorry for saying that. Actually, I'm a
This
little. I'm
is-
sorry, Dylan.
This is a serious. Dylan, we're trying to have a serious conversation over here. You're just making fun of him. What is wrong with
How
you?
am I making fun? I literally just saying that he has still that same issue today.
That's
What issue?
Well, you say sorry for stuff too.
What? It's not an issue.
Oh, I'm not
You're saying that there's
issue,
something
but you
wrong with
still
me?
have that. Alright, you know what? No, I'm just gonna sit here and shut up then. God almighty. Jeez Louise.
I'm just kidding. Cameron muted himself.
Sorry,
Cameron, why'd you mute
Eric.
yourself?
an emergency Cameron's toilet talk. I thought I had to do an emergency Cameron's toilet talk, and I ran, but I'm good. I'm
Next
good.
time-
Wrangle this back in,
hey,
though. Let's wrangle this
Next
back
time,
in.
do not mute your mic.
Dude, I'm drinking as much water as I can. I want to get 2 toilet talks, a double feature.
We should
Um,
bring it back in now to this topic.
Yeah, bring it back
yeah,
to
anyways.
Rex's topic. What genuinely actually like brought y'all comfort as a
Caleb.
child?
Talking to Caleb.
I feel like
Hands
we're
down.
talking like a little younger of children.
Talking to
Oh,
Ki- I was about to say,
yeah,
I
how-
didn't
how
meet
young?
you until we were in high school. What the frick?
Well, I'm
You
just
say
saying, like,
fucking
even then, still, you still helped me out, and that was like actually comforting with me, like, especially when I was going through that breakup situation. You know, like that actually helped out a lot.
Wait, you,
Man, I
wait,
really want
wait,
to say
you went
something
through
that's
you went
much
through a
more, but
breakup?
I don't think I should.
Bro, shut. All right, now see, this is where I, praise
No,
Caleb,
no, no,
and then
no.
Caleb a big dick, and then
I'm
you
just
start
messing. I'm
trying
just
to-
messing. I'm just messing. No, I get it. But I would say like yeah, I do think that we should probably go younger than just like because obviously we know each other, but like, and
You guys didn't know me when I was a kid. That's interesting.
that's yeah. That's I mean I didn't know. I don't think I knew any of y'all.
Yeah, I don't think
was a
as
kid.
children any of us knew each other.
Oh, I certainly didn't know you all.
I knew you, James.
Well,
I
not
watched
Mrs.
you.
Phillip. You're-
I
I'm
watched you.
always watching.
James
Actually,
and Cameron.
was key. Always.
Yes,
watch.
Tyler?
James and Cameron are the two people I've known the longest from this group.
Yes.
Because 6th grade, I think, was the year I started band.
Ah, I stabbed myself. I stabbed
Nice.
myself. That hurt.
With what?
A knife.
Anyways, I used to play Legos as a kid as my coping mechanism.
Oh,
Is,
yeah,
Um,
actually,
I play
calm
with
down.
Legos today as my coping
I
mechanism.
gotta calm down, dude.
I'd probably say Legos and video games were like the two things that I coped like were very helpful when coping with things, and I mean also just playing sports. I don't know. I was kind of like a I can't necessarily specify one thing that helped me like cope with.
He was a
stuff and,
super
like, deal with
athlete.
Kid was a
This is a-
prodigy, and then he decided to just stop.
Play Halo
So,
instead.
Yeah, I decided to
think
hang out
I
with you
did.
dweebs.
I
Say
think I
that?
could answer this. I think when I was really young, I think up until 7th grade, I would play with Legos and I would
Is that anyone
play
that
video
did
games a lot as comfort. And I think once seventh grade hit, I read Aragon.
Ooh.
Which was right, and that's the book that got me into reading. Before that, I didn't like reading at all, and so like that always holds a special place in my heart. Because from then on, I would like read a ton, and I think reading and music became kind of my go-to when I needed escape or when I needed comfort and stuff. I think 7th grade until now even. No, I think more recently it's been languages, but like from 7th grade for a while, most of high school it was like reading and music. Because with reading, you get to explore these different worlds. I read a lot of fantasy, and so like I get to take myself out of this world, put myself in a different world, and just like not exist, really just not exist, and just experience other things. And with music, I got to. I mean, I listened to music that I related to, and music I didn't relate to, but a lot of music that I related to, I wanted to play, and so I started getting into playing music, and there's a lot of emotion that gets involved with music, and so I got to channel a lot of that into violin and guitar, and so yeah, I think it was video games and Legos growing up, and then when I hit maybe seventh or eighth grade, it became reading and music.
Guys, James just did LSD.
Dude, I wish. Take me back to the last 2
No,
years.
but honestly, I agree with you, James. Like, as a younger kid, it was more like stuffed animals, like Legos, all this like stuff. And then as I got older, it kind of became sports and music. And like nowadays, it's like video games and music, and like being able to just, I don't know, be able to. It's interesting because I feel like as I started getting older and older, talking out my problems became more of a thing.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, I don't relate.
Yep, same. I hear
Yeah,
you,
Taylor
Cam.
just bottles everything up and works it out.
That's kind of true.
I think though, to be honest, me and Caleb kind of had a really nice talk last night, driving back from the movie theater. I'm not gonna get into much detail, but for one though, I really wanted to get Caleb to cry. That was my one goal though, doing that conversation.
To be really honest.
Did it work?
No, he was going to. I think he was.
No,
about
I was
to.
not. I don't cry.
That's funny.
No,
I don't
you do
believe in
cry, Shay.
emotions.
Nah, you cry, but
Oh,
I
do
You
know.
want to
see
be a
it.
counselor?
Equilibrium.
But here's the thing though, like what we talked about though is actually very like it's stuff that I wouldn't feel comfortable talking to like parents or family members. You know what I mean? Or like anybody else but Caleb, because I feel like me and Caleb have over time developed that bond where I could just tell him stuff, and even if he doesn't listen or doesn't care, I
What?
still just feel like I could. No, I'm just saying, like if
Like
if
that
you
was such a
didn't,
backhanded diss.
no, if you didn't though, that's what I'm saying. Like
Oh,
I know
I see
you
what you
do,
mean.
but even if you didn't, I just still feel comfortable telling you some stuff that happens and everything. So
Okay, hold on. A backhanded diss? Did you mean a backhanded compliment? Is a backhanded diss even a thing?
Yes. It means that he dissed me, but it was backhanded, so it was trying to be a compliment, but he dissed me.
That's not a thing.
No, it's that kind of compliment for sure. You're just trying to cover up your mistake, Caleb.
I vote we eject Caleb from the podcast for just his existence. I rest my
Yeah.
case.
All right,
I second. I'm just kidding, Caleb. Don't leave, please.
we need Caleb.
We need
Yeah,
Caleb.
Caleb is
Caleb's
the
yellow.
one.
Caleb, yellow is imposter.
Hey guys, red kinda sus though.
Hey, I thought we don't play Among Us anymore, Cameron.
Yeah, we don't, because I don't like Among Us. Controversial
you like
opinion
Among
time.
Us?
I don't like Among
Explain.
Us. I do not like Among Us. I find it to be excruciatingly boring with the same
What?
tasks over and over again.
Oh, that's why we freaking changed maps then.
I don't like Among Us. I find it boring. The question remains: are they allowed to bully me for playing Among Us?
Yes.
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 Wow.
No, but that is how I feel about Minecraft. Like, I'm sorry, I know that's super controversial, but like Minecraft, it was fun, but it kind of just became boring.
Dude, he just went full robot mode for me.
What the hell did you do to Tyler? Oh my god.
Tyler has become the
just
Terminator.
killed Tyler.
Eating sequence.
Just killed Tyler. Oh my god.
No, but seriously, I know I've discussed
feel
this
like-
with a few of you guys, but is bullying okay? Like is that something we need in our society to
Hey,
Yes.
maintain?
All right, let me answer this, okay? Because let me see here.
No.
Oh
Um,
no.
Let me see here now. Where do I
I said
begin?
it sarcastically. He's about to say it.
I'm sorry, your
legitimately.
IQ has to be like above 40.
That's
to do
like the
that.
size of crickets.
Caleb, that's bullying.
See, Caleb, that's bullying
Exactly.
that isn't okay.
And this
Sorry,
is what I deal
don't
with
talk
all
about
the
it.
time.
Don't talk
Okay.
about it. Go ahead.
So here's
What was
the
your
thing,
experience
alright?
as a child?
So I'm
Before-
not gonna bring up like any of your guys' experience because I just don't want to. But
Do it.
back then in like 3rd grade, I believe, there was a kid on my bus who actually physically tried to ruin my day. and I would get on the bus already half
His
asleep.
name was Biff.
Sure, we'll call him Biff.
If
I
anyone
don't
gets
know.
that reference, you're a god.
So
Go ahead.
he
It's a
was
popular movie.
literally like he was in 5th grade. I was in 3rd grade, and this dude got held back, and he was always trying to ruin my day. And I sat up in front of the bus, and so did he. And there's at one point I bought the Die of the Wimpy Kid Do-It-Yourself book, right?
You bought
At a
him it,
book fair.
or you bought yourself it?
I bought it. I bought it for myself.
You
to
bought
just do.
it.
I don't even know. I
Caleb,
don't
you
even
need to
know. I'm in
just
pain,
shut
and
the
I'm.
fuck up.
This is what I mean. I'll get there, Caleb. Don't worry, I'll
Caleb,
get there.
let the
Don't try
man
to hold
talk.
So he would just mute yourself, Caleb. Just do that.
Okay.
So
I'll just
So
go to the
he,
audience.
yeah, go in the audience. Sit there. There we go. So he literally one point took the seatbelt from my side because the seatbelts were somehow in the front of the bus. I don't know why. And he grabbed it and he whipped it at me, and he hit me right in the face, and I was bleeding the whole bus ride. And the bus driver didn't see it, and he was like, "What happened?" And it was like that classic movie scene with the bullies just staring at the guy like, "Don't say nothing." But I'm like, I'm gonna say it. I'm like, he threw the seatbelt at me, and the guy got so mad that he jumped across into my seat and like put my face up against the window, and he's like, "You're such a rat. You're a tattletale. You're such a rat." And the bus driver pulled over, grabbed the kid off of him. My nose is bleeding everywhere, and that was like one scenario.
I feel
then
like
another
that's
one-
less bullying and more like assault. Like,
Well, yeah, but before that though, he would always like make fun of me and like make fun of what I was wearing, and then make fun of my looks and make fun of me for buying the Wimpy Kid Do-It-Yourself book. And he's like, "That's a diary," and being stupid little me, I'm like, "It's not a diary, it's a journal. He even says it on the back." And I was like, now me thinking that was pretty stupid. I said that.
Yo,
But-
Dad Wicked was awesome. Man.
It was, and
it
especially
really
the
was. The do-it-yourself was so cool. I loved
Yes.
that.
But then once I got older, so here's the thing. There's one event in my life that changed me to what I am now, where just certain things don't get me anymore. Like if you make fun of my appearance, you could make fun of what I wear, you could do whatever, and that won't affect me. Like I really don't care. That just rubs off me. But as soon as you started attacking my personal life and what my interests are, then I go off, because that's something that I have done and progressed in my life and that I'm most proud of. And that's when I, turn on my "I'm coming at you" mode, because I just feel like certain little things don't get at me, but bigger things do. And I just think that comes with maturity, you know what I mean? Because I did Six Flags security, and I was called every name in the book, made fun of for everything, and I just didn't care what these people were saying to me. But then this one guy, I don't even know, I probably handled it really badly, but this guy was like, "You're gonna be nothing in life, and you're gonna just be lonely, and you're gonna die alone, and this and that." And I just went off on him, and my supervisor's like, "Dude, what the hell, man? I've never seen that side of you." I'm like, "Well, you just attacked me like that, so I don't know." That's just the one time like I would actually get mad at somebody, was when they attack personal stuff for me.
So the question is, do you
There's a
think
movie
that getting
quote here,
bullied?
but I won't say it.
I was gonna say,
Dylan,
Dylan.
why do you like magic stuff? You want to make people happy?
See,
You want to
see
make people
right there,
happy?
see
You wanna
that?
make people
That-
laugh?
Dylan, you want
see-
to blow people's minds? Come on, dude.
See, like that. I know you're joking, but like if you were
No,
serious,
really.
I would be like on your ass right now. Like I would get dirty.
You
I
would
get dirty.
teleport into my room and beat
Oh
me.
yeah.
Okay,
I would-
okay. I understand like those are examples of quote unquote bullying, but I feel like the question, or like the original question was, like, what do we think about bullying, right?
It's
So I'm
bad.
assuming Dylan, you seem like it's bad, right? You're
Well,
going
I
against
mean-
bullying.
Like there's a time and a place to joke around and stuff, and
This-
the jokes. If you keep repeating jokes, Caleb, it gets very annoying.
They just get
It
funnier
gets
and
very
funnier, bro.
repetitive, and at some point, it's just like,
Okay,
alright,
okay,
the joke is old.
So I would view bullying as a necessary social construct that makes kids better.
I would
What do you guys
I would
think about
second that. It as long as it's circumstantial in my opinion, and it's to a certain degree. Because
I feel like I'm
there
gonna
are
get
some
a lot of hate for saying that, but like,
no, because there are some times when bullying is much needed to ensure that people kind of act in a socially acceptable way. But there's also the other extreme.
it's
Okay,
it's
so,
weird. Go ahead, Tyler. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It's just a weird it's a weird concept of, do we want to force people to fit society, and so we bully them into submission of like, yeah, that's not okay. You there's certain things that you can't wear. There's certain things that it just is not okay for you to do this, right? It's just, and should we use bullying as a way to further that, or what I'm assuming Tyler's going to get into, and I'll let him talk, is kind of like, or is that just wrong? Like, should we let people express themselves?
I think that there's that's like a specific example of bullying in so far as societal conformity.
Yeah.
Looking at it, and that's something that I like. I think that's much more of a gray area, because yeah, cause I think that's a grayer area. But I think in a broader sense, I don't think anyone should bully anybody else. I will never recommend to anyone that they bully somebody.
Yeah.
I think what we need to do is we need to I think we as a society have this very anti-bullying sort of agenda in schools and whatnot, and I think that it's relatively pointless, because I think it's just going to happen. I think it's just part of life, and what I think we need to just do better at is, rather than trying to stop the bullying, is teach kids how to properly deal with bullying.
I do think that as we try, I don't know, I kind of think of my parents and my grandparents as being in some ways a tougher generations than the generation that I'm in right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does that make sense? And I would argue that some of that might come from that bullying.
Boomers are so sensitive. What do you mean, dude?
That's what the freak? No.
Boomers, bro? They're so sensitive.
I kind of want to agree with Eric here, though.
Yeah.
Karen, the whole Karen thing. It's like a boomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of there.
Karens are younger than boomers.
Yeah, boomers are old.
50 to 65 is the age range in which you'll have problems with people. People older than that are generally nicer, and people younger than that are generally nicer. It's like the boomer age range. Who complains at restaurants?
Parents are boomers.
Who complains
Those are
at
Gen
restaurants?
Xers. Those aren't boomers. Those are Gen Xers. Those are our parents. Boomers are our grandparents.
Yes.
That's not true.
Speak
My
for
dad's a
yourself.
boomer.
Yeah,
my
my
mom's
dad's
Gen X. My dad's a boomer.
See, that's yeah.
Gen X and boomers. Who complains at restaurants?
Both.
Boomers, bro. Yeah, but no young people millennials and stuff. They don't complain.
But could you argue that would also be if you're at a restaurant and having an unsatisfactory experience, wouldn't you say that the correct thing to do, they bring you the wrong food, or they bring you ordered something without that and they brought it with that, you should want to complain. Most people our age won't, because why?
We have a lack of sociability.
There's just that people are scared to talk on the phone. I much rather talk on the phone. James and I hardly ever text. If we talk, it's usually
Dude,
over
I don't
the
even
phone.
talk to James.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. No, that is true. I don't text very much at all. You all know this. I'm so bad at texting and responding.
No, you answer things that you think are important.
That's true. But if you call me, I'll pick up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
for real.
he does.
I can text James at 2 in the afternoon and he won't respond. But if I call him at 2 a.m., he will pick up.
Yeah.
All right.
James
All
and I
right.
called today.
And so,
Go ahead.
James and I called today 12 times.
What?
Literally on my phone, it says 12.
Yeah.
Cameron, you
That's
have
so fun.
surpassed that many times.
That is true.
You spam me, I don't answer, and you spam me, I don't answer. But James, we call each other back and forth 12
Dude, it's so
times.
fun.
Eric, I'm pretty sure you call me every single day.
Well, I called the group chat. I don't call you.
So does Jackson. Me and Jackson pretty almost call every single day.
What the frick, Jackson? Is that
All
true?
right, all right. I have to pause you guys because I need a Cameron's bathroom break pretty badly.
Shoot, Jackson.
You
Just call
guys
this
do that, and then we'll come back to bullying once I'm back.
All right, so I just got a call from Jamie,
Okay.
and he goes, "This was a test. You passed."
What? I'm so confused.
Oh,
We
are you
don't
running
mess
slow
with
today, Eric?
Eric, there are these things called cell phones.
Yeah.
And we just had a conversation about how James is really bad at answering texts, which are these messages sent to phones.
Yeah.
But he's really good at answering phone calls where voices can be transmitted
toilet
over
talk,
long
by the way.
distance through these cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
And so, in relation to this joke, Jamie decided to call James to see if he would pick up, and he did. So he passed the test, and it was a joke.
Isn't Cameron on the toilet
It's not
right now?
funny though.
So what's
That's just not funny. I
hey,
thought it was supposed to be funny.
Cameron's toilet talk?
Oh, what's
Wait,
Cameron's
Cameron-
toilet talk?
Is Cameron on-
Caleb had it this week.
No, it's James. James has the
No, we
first.
both had one.
Oh,
Go.
okay. So the one that I was thinking of was actually it just kind of popped into my brain. Was if there was one characteristic about Cameron that you would like to gain, what would it be?
Depression.
Motivation to work out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking that
True,
kind of.
true.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Honestly, his motivation in general, he has a really good work ethic and.
Bro,
Yeah, no, I was
Okay,
about to
okay,
be like,
but to
"Ah,
be
no,
fair,
no."
he
far,
didn't
too
get
far.
valedictorian from being smart.
In high
Right?
school, bro. In high school.
Yeah.
He's
Okay. Yes.
changed.
The motivation he had in high school. That's what I
We can
want.
all agree we don't want his tiny calves. I
Yeah,
can't wait till he listens to that. I cannot wait until he.
I just got here and heard what Eric said. Wow. Wow, Eric. I take severe offense to this. I can't.
Huh?
Speaking of bullying, that is an
Yeah, is
instance
that
of bullying that is unacceptable because it's
Can we
bullying
Eric?
somebody for something that's not even true.
Why
Yeah,
is
it's
speaking
making you a
words
better
bullying?
Can we
person,
kick
and honestly,
Eric
you're
for
probably going to be
bullying?
a better person in society because of the bullying that Eric gives you, because you're going to be even more motivated to make your calves bigger, which means that bullying is a good thing.
My calves, I don't think, can get any bigger. They're already kind of massive.
But wait, Caleb, here's
Not
your,
from my
here's your
perspective.
counter argument, Caleb. What about the kids that, can't take the bullying anymore? How do you say that then?
Yeah.
You think bullying can make a kid better, but what about the kids that aren't gonna get better and just get down worse and worse and worse until eventually, then what?
Well, that's
So
an.
I think
Oh,
This
go ahead.
sounds like a Sayori situation.
But
Oh,
you're
I
saying though
don't know
that
who that
bullying a
is.
kid is good because it will make them better in society, kind of thing. But yet, what about the kids that don't get?
I
better
think of
then?
bullying as a. Tyler, go. I should not say what I was about to say. I should
You're
not
welcome.
say that.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
I was
It's
gonna say,
obvious
I
Caleb,
think that those kids, realistically, probably have other underlying problems going on anyway.
Come on,
Probably.
guys.
I
we gotta
don't-
be more sensitive. To
I don't think that the
situations.
bullying would be typically is the
Like,
sole.
I could
We
see
gotta be more
bullying as the
sensitive to-
tipping point. I could 100% see that. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the series 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah, well, I
but-
know of it, but yeah.
It's a very good series. Not necessarily just about bullying. There is a lot of bullying that takes place, and there's multiple other reasons, and it's not just about bullying. But that is a major part of it. But she, the main character, or kind of the main character, but the main girl, it was dealing with so much that just built on top of each other. And yes, bullying had a cause to it, but would I consider bullying to be the thing that was the only thing? I don't know. But I understand the question of should we bully in general, because that just adds on another layer. And what about the kids that the bullying's too much for them? I get that. Personally, I shouldn't say personally. That's not personal. I'm not gonna say that. Go ahead. someone else talk.
Okay,
Caleb.
I think
That's the second time in a row that
partially
I've-
agree. I partially agree. I think that we shouldn't encourage anyone to bully. I think
No,
if,
I don't think so
I think
either.
it should be generally discouraged.
Yes.
But I don't think that we need to be as obsessed as we are about trying to stomp it out completely, because I don't think we can. I think that's I think it's literally impossible. I think as long as society exists, bullying will exist.
Yeah, as long as society exists, crime will exist. So we shouldn't try to stop it.
That's
I don't think that argument makes. I don't think that
we
argument.
never
holds.
said
would-
that we shouldn't stop.
No,
doing
I think that we
Think
need to be
about
a bit
this,
more
think about this,
empathetic towards
think about-
people that
think
have been
about-
bullied, though.
it. Okay, well,
Oh, I would agree.
the prohibition. They made alcohol illegal, and then the amount of alcoholics actually grew because people wanted alcohol to the point, and then it was
So
illegal,
are you
so they
saying
actually
that-
made it more.
Us
I'll-
stop trying to make people not.
No,
bully each
all
other
I'm
creates
saying
more
is
bullies?
that sometimes trying to hit or something can actually make it grow.
Alcohol.
So,
is different
like, I
than
think we should put
bullying, though.
limitations on bullying, and I think we should put limitations on crime, obviously, because otherwise, like, you get people that are actually just going to go rampant. But I also think to some extent you can't go too far, because if you press it too much, you're not letting society do its thing.
I think at
I-
some point
I'm
you
s-
have to let kids be like, oh, what, Tyler?
No, go ahead, finish your thing.
Nah, you go. It's fine.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think what I'm specifically trying to say is I think we should focus more energy on equipping people on how to deal with bullying because you can't control other people's actions. You can try and you can deal out punishments for bullying, but that's only the bullying that teachers can catch. Like they won't be able to catch every instance of bullying. It's just not possible. So I think we need to focus more energy instead of focusing energy in schools and putting up posters that say, don't be a bully, because no bully is going to read that sign and go, wow, until this moment I thought bullying was okay, but then I read the sign that says don't be a bully and I'm going to change my ways. That's never going to happen.
That
So
is
I think
true.
if we
I do agree with
focus
him on that.
time and energy instead of putting up those posters, teaching kids how to deal with bullies in a healthy and productive manner, I think that's better served. That's all I'm saying. I think bullying absolutely should be punished. But
and you could argue
that's my
this-
point.
And you could argue this from
Yeah.
a crime perspective too. I mean, crime's always going to exist. You might be better off putting your efforts into teaching people how to, like, defend themselves, and not have crime done to them.
Yeah,
Th-
well,
it was very close to a pro. Like we're getting
yeah,
very
we're
near,
very
like, a
close to
argument
border.
here.
I know. I'm not.
But I would agree with you. If
I do agree with you as well.
if people are able to protect themselves, whether it be from a criminal or a bully, I mean, my parents always used to tell me whenever I would get bullied that, like, I need to understand that that's not coming from a place of hatred of me or something I'm necessarily doing wrong, but rather a place of insecurity and mental issues and trauma on the bully's end. And I actually, like, my parents literally walked me through. They were like, all right, this is who's bullying you. What do you think? Like, you don't know what their home life is like. You don't know what they're going through. And even though it's not right, they might be taking that on you. It has nothing to do with you. And after I understood that, it was a little easier. Now, obviously it's not okay, but I was also talking to James on the phone the other day, and we were talking, like, I don't know how many people here know Big Bang Theory and Sheldon and everything, but my idea with that was, like, and this is what spurred kind of me putting this in this week's podcast, was that somebody like that who is wearing a children's shirt to work at a university as a doctor, like, that should have been bullied out of them at some point if their parents didn't, and parents and colleagues weren't like, hey, you should not wear children's shirts to work at a professional setting. Like, that should be something that, if that is bullied out of a person, that's probably for the better. As long as that person then, understands,
Why?
like, oh, because it's
What
either
what's
that
wrong
or
with
their
them wearing that?
boss.
Well,
What's wrong
no,
with them wearing that?
like I understand that, like,
Wearing it,
okay, in
but
a
there's a time
professional
and a
setting,
place.
like you can't, like, this is inappropriate attire for work. Like that makes
Yeah.
sense, but like, and that's a problem that needs to be corrected. I can agree there, but bullying the
I mean, if he's
method by
effective at
which
work.
that has to be done. Oh, but okay,
but-
but like, yeah, I can't show up to my job wearing a random T-shirt. I have to show up wearing
A uniform.
a collared shirt of
That-
some
yeah.
kind that is the color black.
But like professors specifically are a bit different. They can kind of do what they want.
But it's still a professional
especially-
environment, though.
Yeah, but
As a
we're talking
professor.
about a profession that
What
would-
deems something as a professional attire or not?
If
it's
you
just
if you have to
common
wear a uniform
sense,
for
like,
it, yeah.
if like
But if
my
a
dad
job
used
that
to
you
work in
have,
an office.
yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Tyler. I
like-
know where you're going
like-
with that.
Yeah, like my dad used to work in an office, so like, yeah, he can't show up in jeans and a t-shirt. That's not considered appropriate work attire. There's just these societal
Except on
standards
Friday.
that we have.
Jeans.
At some some
Casual
locations,
Fridays.
yes.
But
At
like, yeah,
some
so like,
workplaces,
what
yes,
I
but
think is,
generally
like-
no.
yeah, there's adults out there that I feel like need to understand that they're in the adult world now. There's no thing that, acting all this childish stuff and doing all this weird stuff now.
Okay.
It's like you got to grow out of that, dude.
You
like,
have
I
sure,
agree
you
with
could do
Cameron
that
there.
on your own time, but like don't.
I don't think
be-
bullying's the way to fix those problems, though. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna agree
But
with
you
Eric
should
that
mention it
bullying's
to
not the
them.
answer, but I think it is a problem.
We
if
shouldn't
you have
be
a
afraid
PhD
to
and-
not tell them like, hey, why do you feel the need to?
Yeah, I
look
guess I
like
would
this
argue
and
that if
not
there like that bullying there would
There-
be a last resorted like less of like we should bully that out of somebody and more so like if that gets bullied out of somebody, it's not an issue in the first place.
This
So
might be
we condemn the bullier, but we basically like we condemn the person who would bully for that. But we also are like, all right, well, it's the result is not a problem.
So here's an example. Okay, there's a guy that I watched on TikTok, and he's 100% serious about this. He's like a grown man. He lives in his mom's house. He doesn't shower. He literally has a Minecraft creeper sweatshirt on. He's a Discord mod, and he calls the people in his Discord mod puppies and kittens, and he argues with his mom about showering, and like he's 30 something years old. Now I feel like that's the parents' fault as well, that they're not taking it seriously for that guy, because I mean, like, come on, you're 30 something years old and you're acting like you're
you
five,
have
like,
to
come on.
you also have to take in consideration, because I feel like we're in a completely group of like there are literally people that have a mental disorder where they're literally like 6 years old, like their brain is just developed to the point of being 6
I
years
get
old.
that. I get that. But I mean, comes a point in time though you may have to address that to that person and be like, listen,
Yo,
you're
what?
35.
Wait, what?
What?
Are we
Hold
talking
on,
about
hold
like people with mental illness? Or are you talking?
No, I mean like that the person that acts like that, and if they have a mental illness about that, then they have a mental illness about that. But I feel like you also need to address that to them and be like, listen, you're 35. You need to probably start acting your age a
You,
bit
you need
here.
to make sure you're
Like, if you
clear
do
about
that-
excluding the mental
Yeah.
illness or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, yeah, you have to be very
I'm just
clear.
saying, like,
Both times you said that, it made it seem like that you need to address the mental illness to the person and make
Well, like-
sit them down.
I'm not saying no. What I'm saying is, it's like this guy's 35, and if he has a mental illness about acting like a kid, then he has a mental illness about acting like a kid. But if he's just doing it because he just wants to, then I feel like that's not okay.
Okay.
So
Clarification is key.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Because the way you said it both times
Oh,
was
getting
like,
banned on Twitch.
It's fine. It's fine.
Jackson, how's the Twitch looking?
Here he
It's
is.
alright. I guess.
Back to Sheldon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
Jackson. You go. Jackson, you
Wow.
go.
No, no,
sorry.
no, it's-
Jackson. No.
Anyway, I don't know. I think there are cases where bullying has gotten people out of those situations, and like there's stories out there of people who their motivation to like lose a ton of weight was the bullying, and like the fat shaming actually made them lose the weight. I I don't encourage it in I can't come around to encouraging it, but I acknowledge that there are instances where that has been an outcome of bullying.
So I think that's kind of where I stand. Actually, I think through this conversation, I think I've kind of come to that realization. I think bullying is not good, but there are instances in which there are exceptions made. So generally speaking, bullying only has bad outcomes, but that doesn't stand to say that it can't have good outcomes. It's just you can't take the good outcomes and make it a rule. It is the exception to the rule.
Yeah,
That's a very
It's
good
a
way of
bad
putting
action. It's an immoral action with a good outcome.
yeah. So I think
Happen to
It's doing
have
the wrong thing for.
So the ends justify the means with bullying.
No.
No.
That's not what I'm
That's not what
saying.
he
That's
said.
not what I'm
That's not what he
saying.
said.
I wouldn't say that. I'm saying that it's an immoral action that sometimes has a good outcome.
But we should
And
still
so-
reject the immoral action then.
Correct.
Yeah.
We still don't accept bullying at all.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying.
We shouldn't
Yes.
accept bullying, but we can accept the fact that bullying can have a good outcome.
Yes, but again,
Mhm.
that is the exception, not the rule, and we
Correct.
shouldn't look to those exceptions and say, okay, that's now the standard.
Is this even
Yeah,
bullying, or is it just like pressuring, or like
It
bullying is like a harsh word?
Well,
depends.
so that's a line we probably should have drawn
we
before
say-
we
why
had the
don't we say
conversation. Is
counseling?
define our terms better.
Yeah, because
Why
what
don't-
Dylan
why don't we
described
say
at the
also-
beginning was not bullying. That was like assault.
well, I'm just saying he also
he got like
said-
physically like beat. Like,
And yeah,
But
he
I-
tried,
I don't-
he
that is
tried
not
saying
bullying.
what I do is bullying.
I think it
like,
was
what the
bullying.
Frick?
Oh,
Because
okay,
it
wait.
was a
saying.
Caleb
repeated
does
thing.
is
I'm just saying,
Caleb
if you
does.
break your arm, it grows back stronger.
Oh my god. Speaking of bullying, Eric bullied me the other night because I was on a group chat voice call with him and Caleb, and I said, "Oh, look," and I turned my camera on and showed them. I was like, "Look at this pretty greenhouse. It's all lit up." And Eric, and it was lit up in the color purple, and Eric's like, "This is not a greenhouse, idiot." And I just
didn't
thought,
say idiot.
Did you think about pressing charges for that insult? I mean, that's
I
pretty
was
serious.
going to.
Come on,
I said
Eric,
moron.
you should know better than that.
Hey Eric,
Oh,
have you heard?
oh,
You're
Of
good then. You're good then.
Eric, have you
What's
heard
worse,
of the
moron or
bubonic
idiot?
plague? Because you have the
Well-
moronic plague. I'm laughing way too hard at that.
Yeah, you are. What's a more grievous insult? Idiot or moron?
Moron.
Stupid head.
Idiot.
I think stupid head is a big one. That is a
I'm
problem.
gonna have to go with moron.
I'm on the
idiot.
moron side.
Here's
I would
why.
think idiot though.
All right, so you all agree with moron. That's fine. Can I explain why I think it's idiot?
I
Yes.
agree though, James. I think it's idiot too.
Okay, so when you call someone a moron, 90% of the time you're joking, right? If someone goes up to you and you're like, "Wow, you're such a moron," like it's a funny word. to be
Yeah, I hear it
completely
from
honest.
Caleb all the time.
And so like
You're
if someone
actually a
says it-
moron.
someone says it seriously, sure, it can hold greater weight than idiot. But to me, it just feels like such a loose word. And this could
It feels
be
like a
because
downgrade too.
yeah, and this could be because of Brian Regan, the comedian, because he used moron in a great way. It's so funny. But like idiot has a stab to it. It has like
Yeah.
idiot. Like there's a harsh like at the beginning, and so it like cuts deeper.
Yeah,
will say-
you might be right
I
there.
use the exact same justification, but in reverse, minus the actual like sound of the word. Like, I feel like I use like idiot, and I feel like I hear the word idiot used like way more loosely than I hear the word moron used. Like I feel
Idiot's
like I hear
used more.
idiot used more as a joke than I hear moron used as a joke.
And
But
yeah, and
that's
it's
just my personal experience.
Yeah, that's why like language is so dependent on personal experience with the word. So
Yeah.
like people can have different kind of meanings to a word. Like it affects them differently.
Oh,
That's interesting.
you dropped a single.
Wait, what?
That's funny. We're gonna
Cheated.
talk with Cameron. But so the question is, how long would Cameron last in a zombie apocalypse? And now, they'll think about it for a second.
He
Don't
would
just say
days.
like don't just say he would die right away, because that's a funny joke. We all get the ha-has. But how long would Cameron actually last?
2
in a
days.
Days.
apocalypse?
Let's see.
I say 2 days.
5 days.
Wait. It depends. Where is he when it starts?
If it started right this second,
Right this second, he's dead.
Why? He's so dead.
Because he's with Garrett. Garrett would survive, but he's dead.
why?
Because here's the thing. He's in an apartment
Gonna fall
complex
over
right
or
now.
something.
Okay? Garrett's a smart enough guy that he would figure out a way out. Okay? Cameron, first of all, would probably just start crying
Yeah, this is
because
true.
he's terrified of just everything.
And then his neighbors would start playing loud music.
Don't you mean throwing shoes in the wash machine? So, okay. Realistically, I actually think Cameron would
James, I
survive.
think you just broke a record for the worst received joke on the podcast so far.
I think Cameron would actually last a little while. I think he would get in his Jeep, and he would drive somewhere. And so I feel like he would last a couple days at least. I don't know how long.
2
5.
days.
5
Two.
days.
2 days.
I could see 5 days actually.
I think he'd
5
last
days.
a little while, but I feel like he would end up grabbing a camera and trying to film the zombies and then die.
Yeah, he's trying to make a document.
All right, I've
You
returned.
did, that's why none of us laughed.
James kind
Oh,
of
boy.
went along with it.
I don't want to know
jokes
what
made
happened.
at your expense, and only half of them were funny.
Ah,
Yeah.
cool. I'll laugh.
No, you won't.
Oh boy, I'm not excited.
No, they're just bad. Like, they're just not funny. It's not even like
Dang.
they're mean. They're just not funny.
So Cameron,
Yeah.
you watched a long movie recently, Intolerance, Dear W.D.W. Griffiths.
Man, I guess James just doesn't
1916?
know
Having
how
a
to
stroke?
read. Jesus Christ.
Is it director?
Yeah, I watched
short for director?
Intolerance, directed by
Intolerance.
D.W. Griffith. It was made in 1916, and it was almost 3 hours of just I don't even know how to explain it. He was just like, all right, here's 4 stories, one of them being Jesus' like crucifixion, and we're just gonna film all 4 and splice them together randomly. And it was honestly the most chaotic film I've ever watched. But the weirdest part was the fact that it was 3 hours long, and I went to class the next day, and my professor was like, hey, this wasn't even his longest movie. And better yet, 10 years later, some guy made a movie about Napoleon Bonaparte that was over 6 hours long. And
Podcast.
I was like, what the hell? Who in their right mind makes a 6 hour long movie?
100 years ago, people had much longer attention spans.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
And
because they couldn't do anything. They didn't have anything but books.
James.
Back when I was home, my dad telling us all of his like college prank stories because
Oh, that was
because of the
awesome.
fact that he didn't have anything else to do. He's like, I didn't have a
That was
computer. I
funny,
don't have a
dude.
TV or anything. Like, what else did we do? We just pranked people.
All right, real quick. Speaking of movies and TVs, me and Caleb started watching Squid Game, which I didn't really want to watch on my I don't know. I just didn't want to watch it, but then I heard most of you guys were starting to watch it.
Real quick.
And-
Disclaimer: there may or may not be spoilers coming up. We're gonna try to
no,
keep
I'm not gonna
spoilers to
spoil
an
it.
absolute minimum. We want no spoilers whatsoever. Maybe click like 5 minutes ahead.
Cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it. I just want to say something. So the first game, I mean, I'm pretty sure most people know the first game, red light, green light. I feel like, all right, here's the thing. I came up with this idea, and I told Caleb about it, and he said that we should do it. And if we did do it, it would be by his house, because he has that open field there. So I said, what if we did a live red light, green light game and post it on the Now Chat YouTube video?
We
I
actually killed
here's the problem. I haven't
No,
even
no,
started
no,
watching.
we used like paintball guns or airsoft guns or something. And
I haven't even seen Squid Games at all. And
Just
I
watch
play
the first one, and that's all you need to know.
all I need to know, because I feel like this isn't spoilers considering it's in literally every meme I've seen today, like something about red light green light.
That's all you need to know. It's
Is
just
it
red light,
like
green light.
is it like violent red light green light where the person
It's
who
just red light, green light.
but well, you mentioned guns, so I got confused.
Oh no, it's just red light, green light.
Okay.
And I say this: if you want us, the podcasters, with some of our other friends, to do a Squid Game live, let us know. And then we'll,
Oh boy.
depending on the
Our podcast is gonna be dwindled down after that.
Oh,
but I
boy.
think what we need to do is
We're trying to dwindle down our numbers. We got too many people in this podcast.
yeah. So we'll do a live Squid Game, and we'll post it on the Now Chat YouTube. If you want us to do it.
I just want to say real
mean-
quick, Dylan didn't talk to us about this beforehand. He just
No,
kind of
I did. No, I told Caleb. I told
Okay, you
Caleb.
told Caleb.
I told Caleb.
Congrats.
Yes.
I mean,
like,
Cameron and I
you
can be
about this.
behind cameras, so that
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
limits the
need to be
people
a
in it.
part of this. I don't have reflexes.
Actually,
It's
all we can really do
fine.
is we can literally have it on a tripod, and just have him.
Tyler, he got us. He got us, Tyler. What do we do?
We're just gonna set it on a wide shot the whole time, and keep blurring his head.
Oh no, have it like in front of the person calling red light, green light, and then have it like that view down the field so they see us coming up.
Do it
However,
in winter so that the paintballs freeze and then we die.
oh shoot!
Bro.
Oh my
Bro,
god!
Caleb
Freezing the
said though.
paintballs.
Caleb said that what we could do is do it like shirtless with swim trunks on,
Oh yeah.
and we have to do it that way.
I want all of the podcasts to see my nipples.
Oh my god!
But we have to wear face protection. That's the only way I'll do it that way.
Face
is if it's-
protection.
Yes,
Why?
face protection is mandatory if paintballs are involved.
Do we
Or
want this to be
airsoft.
show accurate or not?
Bro, I want to get way back there.
We're back to hey, let's all just grab guns and shoot each other.
I feel like
Oh
though,
my
like
God.
what we could do is whoever's in on it, like we'll have the people, the listeners, let us know. Let us know in the suggestion tab on our Discord.
Yes. I'm in pain right now.
I'm tired. Is this over yet? How long have we been recording?
Yeah.
That's why I want to end it. That's why I want to end it, because I feel like that'd be kind of fun. Because Squid
Yeah.
Game is a big show right now, and I feel like we
Mom's
could
a
do a
big
live
show.
one.
Yeah, get
On
those YouTube
the
YouTube
poll.
tags in there. We can put Squid Game in there. Get extra
Yeah,
views.
yeah.
I'll get all the views just for them to listen to the end of the episode.
Oh,
Oh well,
That's how you
I
do it.
if you guys want to see us do a Squid Game live, I guess go comment in our YouTube, tell us on social media, or just put it in the Discord suggestions box. Otherwise,
Or alternatively, if you just want to see us all shoot Dylan with paintball guns.
Whoa, hold on.
What's
Whoa,
in
whoa.
the-
Whoa, where did that
all you
come
have to
from?
do, listen. I challenge you all, the community of
God.
Now Chat Podcast. If you like our most recent post, if that gets 100 likes, we will dress Dylan up in a clown costume and shoot him with paintball guns.
Yo, how about this? How about this?
Bruh.
For every 50 likes, we shoot Dylan once.
Stop talking.
I like that.
I
like that.
I'm helping you, Dylan, because then you're not blasted with paintballs, right? Because if we get 50, then it's only one. All right, Logan, time to make 100 counts. If we get to 100, then it's only 2 shots. I mean, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. It's fine.
I will
And plus,
will
you were just saying
definitely
that
get on
paintball doesn't
that.
hurt that much.
I will be making 100,000 accounts. I will hire robots just to like our posts.
Alright, no, here, I'll do this. I will do this. Here's my thing then. Since I'm on the social media team, I will make a post saying, okay, I challenge you not to like this post
No, it's
to 100.
It's called incentive.
No, I'm gonna
No,
do that.
I agree
I'm
with
gonna
Dylan
do-
on
And
this
it, yeah, I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna say I challenge you not to like this post, and if you do, then I get shot with a paintball gun.
No, I'm
Oh
with Dylan
my
on this one.
god.
I'm just gonna be like this. I challenge you not to like this post. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
And it's just
every
gonna be
50
a random. It's just gonna be a random post with a paintball gun. I'll just do it that way.
Oh no! This is not gonna be a random post. Me and James are getting a picture of you and putting
100%.
a target on your back.
100%.
How about
Or
this?
your forehead.
I'll send you a photo of me with my back turned towards the camera, and then you just put a target on my back that way, and then I'll post it, and I'll just say I challenge you not to like this post.
I like it.
Oh my
Alright,
god!
here,
All right,
you know what?
well,
I'll do it
everybody
right now.
go like that post right now.
No, wait,
you're
it's not even
listening
up
to
yet.
it.
No.
It,
No,
it will be by the
no.
time
Well,
this
okay, by the
podcast is
time
out,
this
you
episode airs,
idiot!
by the time
You
this episode airs.
imbecile!
You moron! You idiot!
You moron! All right, well, that's a great
No.
way to end the episode, guys. I hope you have a great week, and I hope you enjoyed.
You
Bye.
sexy bucko.
Bullying is a good thing.
Bro.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Alright.
All right,
part of life.
That's
adios.
actually kind of funny, dude. I swear, dude. That's
You're
kind
a
of a good.
sussy bucko.
Dude, I can't wait to shoot down, bro.
No, who said they were gonna shoot me?